I feel like such an umpty because I do all my checks when seeing a used car, but I literally didn't realise until a couple of days ago it's got two different set of alloys on. So one set on this side, as you can see, and then another set on this side. I only clocked this the other day because I was on one side. I was like, hold up a minute, why is the wheel caps on this side different? Then I was like, let me go to the other side. And then I was like, no, please don't say. And then I realised there's two different set of alloys on. As you can see, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you've got the broken headlight, the bumper's out of alignment, as you can see. And then the kidney grill's broken just there. The headlight's also broken. Then there's a small dent just there. Not too bad, I'm not going to fix it. And then the rear discs, I've looked at MOT history and every single year it keeps coming up. So I'm actually going to replace it. They're not that expensive. And also the rear brake pads. Interior of the car looks really good as well. I just need to give it a deep clean. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Everything's all there. It's not missing any like plastic clips or any trim parts or anything like that. But yeah, it looks good. Annoyingly, the driver's floor mat's missing, but all the other floor mats are here. Yeah, what do you guys think the issue is? What do you think the ticking noise is? Do you think it's timing chain? Do you think it's gonna be something really serious? What do you think it is? I'm hoping it's a drive belt. I mean, I was hoping it was the exhaust leak, but obviously that wasn't the case. Flexi it's had on, as you can see, it's been welded on. It's not looking too bad. I mean, it costed more than I expected, but yeah, obviously it's not leaking now, the exhaust isn't moving, it's been welded. Apparently this is a common issue on this car. I don't know who's done this bonnet alignment and bumper alignment, but you can see it is way off. So my plan is to pull the bumper off, take both the headlights off and replace them, and then get this alignment done properly. And at the same time, change out these kidney grills, and then give it a service, and then change out the rear brake pads and discs. Bumper's finally off. It was actually a nightmare to take off. This bracket here that hooks the bumper to the wing, it's literally like buried away just up there, and you couldn't get a ratchet on. So on this car, the bumper and bonnet alignment was just horrible. It looked really, really bad. And I know this car's been in an accident before because I did a HPI check and the car showed as a category S and the owner didn't even know about it. But yeah, I've got a little trim removal tool here and I'm just placing on each side to measure the gaps to make sure it's equally equal on both sides. And I'm just fixing the bracket for the headlight on the car because it's slightly bented in, so I'm just pulling it out with pliers. But yeah, this may have been caused previously in the accident, and this doesn't help with the headlight obviously being aligned perfectly with the bumpers. So I'm just removing the headlight, ready for the new headlight to go in. But yeah, nice easy job. It was such a faff, but they're both in now. I've replaced the top brackets with a new one. 3 bolts down here, so one down there, one here. And that one was missing on both sides. I bloody hate bumper bracket clips. This one's a pain to put back in, but I finally got it in. But yeah, those 2 bolts are so bloody annoying. And I'm just giving the car a quick service now. That was nice and straightforward in this car. Didn't make a mess for once and the oil didn't go everywhere. And I'm just swapping out the rear brake pads and discs. And again, that was a nice easy job on this car. And is take the drive belt off and then see if it makes a squeaking noise. I'm hoping it goes away. I'm hoping it's a bad pulley, because if not, it's going to be the swirl flaps or something related to the timing chain. So yeah, let's see. I've been getting a fault code for the swirl flaps. And I just had a kind of a look around here and I noticed this cable here for the swirl flap for motor was actually slightly unplugged. So some good news, I've taken the drive belt off, as you can see, and the noise has disappeared. So yeah, good news. But I can't figure out which pulley is actually causing the noise because both of them doesn't really have that much play. As you can see here, all that dirt is actually belt. You can see the condition of the belt. That hasn't been running true on the tracks. It's basically been running like that. slightly off, hence why this bit's all worn and that bit's basically got a groove to it. So it's been running like that off track. And then when I took measurements of the belt, this is 170 centimeters, but then the correct belt for this car is 150 centimeters according to BMW's diagrams. So it looks like someone's changed the belt before and they fitted the wrong size. But I'm also going to change the tensioner out as well, just to kind of, because that may also be the issue. But as you can see, that belt fits perfectly, nice and tight compared to the other one. The other one was loose, it was just too big. And as you can see, all nice and centered and running true. As we can see, that PCV pipe's broken, so I'm just going to swap it out. This must have, yeah, you can see it falling apart, it's so brittle. Out with the old, in with the new. Yeah, that must have been causing some sort of boost leak. All the way to London, 4 sets of BMW 1 Series, and they came off the same year car as well, so they're going to have the TPMS sensors in them. The conditions are a bit scuffed, but hey ho, not too bad. And the price I paid for these, which I'll reveal later in the video, was peanuts. And they've got 4 good tyres on them, and they're matching as well, Bridgestones. This part of the project is always my favourite. She is finished. She's not looking the best, but she is looking good. You can see the bumper and bonnet alignment isn't the best, but that's literally the best I can get it. There isn't no frame damage or anything, but I just can't get it any better than that. And there's no adjustments to play with, apart from a little kind of grommet which you can spin. So yeah, that part's good, but it's not 110%. You can see it's slightly raised there. But apart from that, it is good. I mean, I've changed the 2 front kidney grills because they were cracked. I put these wheels on. By no means are these wheels perfect. They do need a refurb or swapping out, but it's better than what I had on previously, 2 different sets of alloys. And obviously it's got 4 matching Bridgestone tyres with plenty of tread, which is perfect. But yeah, I mean, the car isn't mint. You can see a few ding marks, a few scratches, but again, it is a 10-year-old car, so it doesn't really matter. And the price I'll be selling this for will be relatively cheap. But yeah, you can see just marks and scuffs all over it. But yeah, she is looking good and she is completely fixed. I've given the interior a clean, as you can see. The floor mats have came up lovely. The inside has as well. But yeah, I cannot wait to list this. I've been getting lucky recently with the profit margins. But yes, as you can see, just shy of £1,000 profit. This has been a lovely fix and a quick turnaround. I probably turned this car around in like a day. I also took it for an MOT. So we can say a day and a half, if that. But yeah, lovely profit. And the reason why I'm in shorts, because this was filmed in summer. Guys, if you like the video, please subscribe. It will mean a lot. I'm trying to hit 500.